guys, I got my tool bag here. I'm going to go through it. I have to go through it to kind of clean it out anyway, and you can get a glimpse of what I got in there. It's my service drill, Black & Decker. It's compact, still powerful enough I can drill holes and everything like that. I'd like something a little bit smaller than this, but I gotta have enough power I can drill holes in metal and things like that. I just got these filled piece leads. A lot of them come with the meters, but you can see they're just little alligator leads. I had those Fluke ones, but they broke. So instead of spending a ton of money on more Fluke products, I decided just to go on Amazon and buy these for like, it's like $8 or $10. So I invested in a couple of UEI temperature meters you can see here. Just little probe ones you can stick in the ductwork. Kind of old school, I used to use these, but still wanted to have something to do temperature rise. When I'm at a furnace, I can plop one on either side, so which is what I'll be doing today. And they're magnetic, so they stick to the ductwork. My rag when I take off my hoses. My Hillmore gloves, which are seen their better days, as you can tell. They look kind of rough. I need some new gloves. This is a filled piece wireless transmitter and the induct psychrometer head. If I want to get wet bulb, I can put it in the duct and broadcast it to my meter. It does temperature, wet bulb, dew point, or relative humidity, so I can get my target temperature split using our rule of thumb. My meter, SC57. I've had a few meters in my day. Most of them, or I think all of them, have been filled piece except for one amp probe meter. So I like filled piece. My parts dish from Harbor Freight. Worked good. A small tray with some 5/16 screws to replace unit screws. I have some grommets if I want to drill holes and run wire. I keep a few grommets in there. Get those grommets from Harbor Freight most of the time. I think Ari Michael sold them too. Here is heat shrink butt splices from Harbor Freight. I think Tony gave me that idea a long time ago. Other wiring connectors, a female, a few flag terminals if I need them. Smaller red connectors if I want to do inline fuses. Like, you can still use the other ones just like this. You can see. I was using the little popper, but the little popper wouldn't pop fast enough, so it failed the job, and I no longer use the little popper. Z manifold, high side gauge, low side gauge, and there's one more gauge in another bag. Those are my normal ones right here. I can get the other gauge if I want a lower scale. Ooh, that bag got caught up. Lower scale right here, although my temperatures are in Celsius because I'm an idiot. Jumpers. Some of the plumber strap to hang up capacitors and stuff like that. Sandpaper if I need to clean something off. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Here's the little popper. It's the 5 amp model. It really wasn't doing the job, so maybe a 3 amp model would be better. Fuses. Small tubing cutter. Allen wrenches. A elongated roll of electrical tape. A step drill bit if I have to make knockouts for electrical or for just to test ductwork temperature. I can use a step bit. Service wrench, very common. Mine is Imperial. I've used mainly Imperial and Yellow Jacket through the years. Another drill bit. I don't really remember why I have this one. Lighter for shrinking the heat shrink. And some drill bits. This for the impact driver. And here's another 5/16. So we have a couple thermostat screwdrivers, just my go-to screwdrivers. Both of them are flathead on this one, but there should be a Phillips in here somewhere, unless I was using it to put batteries in a child's toy. Irwin vice grip wire strippers. Razor blade, mainly used for stripping wire. PVC cutters, I cut PVC and electrical conduit and seal tight with those. Small wrench, if I can't get the big wrench into a spot I need to open or close, try to take these numbers off, service valve caps. Headlamp is my main mode of illumination. This one's the Energizer brand headlamp. I've had about 1 million of these over the years. Larger wrench, also Irwin vice grip. Again, slip joint pliers, Irwin vice grip. I like these, they work really well. Some ball valve hoses for the Z manifold. If I can't get the manifold in the right spot, we also need to set up a charging station with a inline core remover so I can still have the gauge on and charge as well on an AC. I can use these. If I have a heat pump, I can just use a different port. One charging hose in the bottom here. If I need to charge a system, I can go to this hose. This one, the ball valve's leaking a little bit, so I'll probably have to get rid of it here shortly. Needle nose pliers come in handy in tight spots. Taking stay-cons on and off, among other things, is what I use it for. It's Hillmore. So far, so good with that. And a crimping tool for spade connectors, stay-cons, whatever you want to call them. And it is vice grip as well. I have my repair tags here. Mike gave me that idea. Mike Palace Enterprises on here, and my pen to write on the repair tags. Carry Harbor Freight scissors, cutting insulation, cutting reflectics, or any activity that I need them for. And these come from Harbor Freight, and they're usually on sale for like 99 cents. On the other side, I have a Lava Monaire brush, made famous by Steve Lav. I use it to just do some general cleaning stuff, you know, clean out the equipment area, just sweep or clean a coil or something. Harbor Freight level, just for leveling up thermostats, basically, or any other task I have to do. Hang pictures at my house. Nylog. I use Nylog as a thread sealant, valve caps, and anything else I need to seal the threads on, refrigeration wise. This is only for HCFC and CFCs, but if it's a 410A, I'll still use it for caps and things like that, where I don't think it's going to be mingling with the refrigerant at all. My decision. I have one clamp here. As soon as I sold the manifold, I went back to a more primitive setup, and I had one of these clamps out, and a few days later one of these broke, so I'm down to one. I actually ordered a couple new ones. I had the Hillmore one as well, but I ordered a couple real cheap ones from Amazon or eBay, and I want to see what they're like. Hillmore dual temperature meter to give me my line temperatures or temperature rise. I could do it this way as well. That meter's been fine. In fact, I let that meter outside for like a week and it's still kicking. K-type. These are K-type as well, as you can see here. K-type, just a regular little temperature probe I use. You put it in ductwork, put it in the air, whatever you need to do. That's about it in the tool bag here, guys. Just want to give you a little overview of it. It'll change. It'll be changing here shortly. I'll have to redo everything, put everything back in, but there's a little walkthrough of what I'm using right now today, and it changes every day. And the bag is, let's see, an AWP, looks like HP Just a little bag from Lowe's. 20 bucks, 30 bucks at the most. But that's what I'm rolling right now. Nothing fancy, just trying to keep it simple. And I'll see you guys on the next one.